Hello. So, ignoring this really poor quality picture. Sorry, Jesus. I'm going to be. I guess I better turn down Rush, eh? It's not Rush anyway, it's bloody. Yes. You'll probably still be able to hear it, but you know. So, if you don't know what this is the Soul Cleaver from Bloodborne. I am not going to make it lockable, I am going to make it a pin, so you can put it as, and you can swing it up and swing it around and whatever. But the actual lock is a handle here that connects to a pinwheel lock. When you press it in, it can fold down, and when you when it's depressed, it'll click. It'll open the lock of where you can swing it up or swing it down, and when it's unpressed, it'll lock the wheel. That's how it works. I'm not going to probably do that. What I am going to do though is use a spline, which is going to be new for me. So let's, because I don't actually know how to use lines. So if this looks ass, not my fault. If it doesn't, then yay. Let's increase the thickness there. Yeah, I think that looks alright, doesn't it? Just let's edit this down, because I don't in fact know where any of the lines are. I'm guessing that has two as well. So I'm just smoothing it out here. And this I'll edit it back as well. But for now, that seems alright. I'll do with a little bit of twisting. Like that, let's turn this into an editable poly. And let's start chamfering and extruding and whatever. Let's bevel this, because this has a little bevel to it. Like that. What I'm going to do, select this, loop it, and chamfer it down. Not by much, just to give it a bit of an edge. Aside from that, I mean, you can't really do much else for that, can you? Because you'll hold it from here. What we can do. Ooh, my wrist. Is actually, let's see if that's on both sides here. Actually just go through and give that wraps, which I'd do by extruding local and very small like that. But I think that might take some time. I'm still going to do it, because I deem that the most sensible way to actually gonna have to add some. No, let's extrude them, because I'm going to turbo smooth the handle. That should shrink corners down a little bit. If it doesn't, then obviously gonna do a little bit something different now. Oh, don't want to bevel it. do that. God, what do I have? I'm also gonna, because of the turbo smooth, which will be there like that, I'm going to actually add some soft selection as well. I'm going to put the iterations up. I'm not going to isolate the display though. Yeah, it looks very good. What we'll do is we'll do that into editable mesh. Let's get soft selection up, do soft selection. Thank you. Let's pull the fall off from one as well. That's all out mesh. Where's the fall off? There's the fall off. And this is going to give some extra bumps and twists. Bumps and twists and pulls and just different types of woodwork here. And just be random about it, not going to be too cautious about it. This is going to be this really raggedy, broken up thing. Like that. Of course, not necessarily wanting you to be neat on this, because if you played Bloodborne, you know it's not the beautiful, beautiful game, but it's not the neatest look. It's gorgeous and everything, but in its own way, it's dank. The dankest dank. So like that. And just have this bony kind of, sort of rotted. Drag multiple down. But obviously if you want to take your time with how this will look, go for it. I'm not going to be too neat because I'm doing this for aesthetic, and I don't want to make it too detailed because it's going to go on my Thingiverse where I'll get printed. So I think that's pretty good for what the handle should look like. Obviously it's going to require a little bit more, and I'm going to do some stuff hanging off, possibly. Ooh. She's an easy lover, came on. She's an easy lover. I'm going to pull down the fall off a lot. That didn't work. So just revoke. Jesus, remove that. That's the wood there, and let's now do this actual blade. Which, yeah, I'm gonna make it a box. That's a lot easier. Actually, let's make it a plane. Jesus. That's He's landing around with poly. And let's start dragging around. And like the handle, I'm going to add soft selection to this as well, because it's not a blade that should, in fact, be that sharp. It's the teeth that are sharper. And this bit I'm going to leave till the last part. But like the cocktail maker, which if you didn't watch, please do. Good. I'm gonna make this last and put a little bit more detail. Put a little bit more detail. Once again, you know it's shit. You know it's shit, baby. So there's that. I'm gonna go left view. Maybe I can't select that in left view. Let's go left view. And let's give this a shell that we can work off. Inner by 2 and inner by 2. I'm gonna double that by 4 because I'm going to be chamfering down the teeth. Chamfering down the teeth. So left. I'm going to be obviously soft selecting it as well. Let's collapse that. And I'm going to make the teeth. Make the teeth out of a line. I'm going to take off render. The thickness is definitely going to go down. Not to 0, but you know. You know, it really is annoying trying to do spline modeling. Shouldn't be, because it's just actually really easy. All you need really is just a little bit stuff like that, and let's shell this the same as before. Where's shell? Am I blind? Yeah. And just disappeared into the nothingness. Fantastic. So because of that, we're going to have to attach these two together, which is very easy. We just need another line like that. And let's select the original line here. And let's just attach something like that. Because we're here, we can actually weld I think. I don't want to touch still. I want weld. Really? That's not welding? You piece of shit. Yep. I'm just seeing if I'm getting that right. Yes, I am. By doing that, let's. Yeah. I'm gonna off this because I'm gonna chamfer the top edge of this into the thickness of the blades. Which all the blades are gonna be kind of the same, but I'm gonna let's just pull them along though for a start. Then we can add them later. Let's give it a basic difference. As I mentioned, this isn't exactly the best tool. You can kill people with it, but it's kind of, it's a hunter's weapon. There's no finesse. But damn it. So over here like this, we can now pull them round. And just change them a little bit all the way along. Some of them will be sticking straight up like that, some of them will be jagged. It'll be a little bit different. Some will be sticking forward like that. This will be a little bit lower. And these will definitely be forward like that. And to be honest, if anything, we can obviously resize these as well to make some of them a little bit smaller. This is like a bad weapon to be hit by, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it? Because this would be devastating to be hit by. Doesn't exactly need to be accurate, but dude, Jesus. Because that's the mesh, let's poly it. Because now we can chamfer this in towards them, and then we're going to start attaching things. Using soft selection to make it a little bit odd. And I'm going with these will be, if we just this will be a little bit different. Let's kind of just make it, kind of just push it the way that this shape actually wants to be. Let's see what it looks with turbo smooth. Looks a bit too rubbery. All we need to do is select control like that, and let's connect all of these together like that, and that should hopefully hold as the shape. Turbo smooth it. Even if it looks a bit janky like that, that's fine. I'm going to be too many iterations. Looks cool. And collapse that mesh. Because we already got soft selection on. Just move it around a bit. Give it a bit of weirdness. Let's pull the fall off down a little bit. I'm not going to give it much, but it's enough just to make it an odd shape. Of course, render it, it's going to look ugly. all the way along the bottom like that, but it should be coming out fine. And a print. Now with that we can attach these teeth to it. Like that. And this really looks like a devastating weapon really if you hit by it. Anyway, moving on to the actual pivot, I may actually start to again plane here, or another line. Let's press. Because it was connected wrong, it just looks weird. That's because of that now. And this will be quite thin, so let's make it a 1, make it a wiggle. And let's start adding some more crap over like that. And we'll collapse that and start making some more stuff to put on. And it's kind of not be too weird with it. Like that. Now I have a really interestingly odd shape, and let's see if it will shell, and it will. Good. So now we can soft select to the top like that. That's in. Drops all. Let's start with this one first, turbo. Jesus. Don't think that worked, did it? Delete that. Edible poly. Turbo. Still gonna try that. Well, that's fine, just delete this. Because we can get all the top ones. Ooh, I missed a pink one. All the pink ones like that, and let's pull them away like that. So now we can push them into like that and just still use soft selection on this. It just won't be as good. And like that. Just got that. We can now add this that can go with. Let's hide selection like that. I'm going to delete that, just have that like that. Actually, I'm probably going to delete that as well. I don't really like the look of them, so I'm thinking I'm just going to leave it clean like that. So for this, I'm going to don't know actually. I think I might have to make a tube capsule like that. Oops, over spacebar. But obviously not that wide, because that is ridiculously big. What if I make a, what if I make a cylinder in the middle, just to bring them both in like that. And let's do the two height segments like that. Well, this is going to be eyeballed, to be honest. Obviously this is another half an hour video, so bugger it. So let's select all of the middle, and let's turn off soft selections, minimize that. Let's detach that as object 4. Get these. This one's going to be. This is going to be connected to the saw cleaver, and this is going to be connected to that. So I'm kind of just eyeballing here what to do. Because I'm looking at a hole, I'm probably in a hole through the middle of them. So obviously it's going to be a little bit tight. So I'm going to actually pull these a little bit wider, not by much. Just like that. And we can cap these insides. Now when we do that, we can pull this down. I think this might be a little bit more suited to attaching that, so let's attach that to that. Both sides. But that seems a little bit too wide. So I'm going to just make it a little bit closer. If it prints out wrong, you will have the max file in the things file folder. So you will be able to edit this if you wanted. While we're here, let's make a capsule, because they're always seem a little bit simpler. I'm going to put that in there like that. Now, because of making it a cap, I'm going to extrude that. I'm going to Pro Boolean it twice. I think I'll probably have to actually. So we're going to have to make this a Pro Boolean. Boolean? Boolean. 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 Like that. And if we have 3, that should have a hole in it, that's fine. Let's elbow mesh this. I'm going to have to do the same. That's why we have this. Pull it in. Like that. And now I'm going to extrude that again, because that's going to be the pin that holds this together. Get that pose now wrong. And now I've got a clear hole through both of them. Don't know what's happened there, I'm not going to ask. So let's turn this into an elbow mesh again. So I'm doing woodwork outside Jesus. No, not woodwork outside Jesus. Ooh, I've just realised. Ah. That is something. But I know what to do. Let's go back a number of stages. But I won't go back that many. Elbow poly seems to be fine enough on this. But I'm going to have to fold this in. I'm actually going to have to do this to both sides and pull them in like that. Which is annoying, because I'm also going to have to move things like that. I'm going to have to do this with this as well. Subselection on that. This is going to be the annoying thing of actually having the two intersect and fold round. Which is will work out fine. I know what to do. Don't know what to do. I'm going to have to pull these like that, even though they're still connected. I'm going to have to extrude these quite far into the model. Which is fine because it looks natural. And this will have to be the same as well. Poly. This will have to be extruded as well. But at least this, we can grab these and pull them up into that. Now all we need to do is do the same extrusion stuff. I'm going to do this header plan. So let's pro boolean this. Do that. And let's put that back to editable mesh. And we're going to have to do the same as this. I don't know how well this... It's going to be a close fit probably. If not, you can still print it out as a whole object, which is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to put it as parts as well as a whole. You know, nice thing. Oops, sorry, editable mesh. I'm thinking just not even that. Doing that. Still gonna be pretty good. I'm gonna have to pull these down, not full clean off. All you're gonna really need to do is just glue it in. I'm going to detach this, doesn't matter what object it is. We're going to center it, grab this. Of course we're going to have to cap both of these, but let's get both the objects, close them in like that. I'm not even going to make this 2 parts, I'm just going to put a whole 40-minute part on. Just cap it. That. Because of these are the same size, we're going to attach them together. We're going to grab this, grab that, inset them, find amount. Because we're going to have this peg a little bit smaller than that. Let's alt click. Ooh. Let's plus that. Alt click that. Pull it up. Too far. Both of them selected. Let's extrude them. Cancel that out. That's. Ooh. Happy birthday to that person. It's F3. Put it all the way back like that. Now we can top view. Extrude that. Now all you need is a bit of glue. Ooh, no. You don't need a bit of glue. What you need is someone who listens. What we need to do is just grab this in like that. Grab this whole shape. And grab this. And then we have a peg and a saw cleaver, of which hopefully, if I can get this in the right place, I think pretty good. Pretty good. So if we press F3, we can get this exactly in the center of that. And we have that, and now we can pull it round. Hopefully you shouldn't hit anything. Hopefully it is. But it's nothing too hard to pull in. Just literally just pull it in like that at every point. It's not going to be neat when it prints out anyway, so just pull it round and in. That doesn't specifically need to be that neat anyway. Now we have a shape, and now we have that, which should bring around, no bother, like that. So that's done. Thingiverse down below description. If you have a 3D printer, print it out. I want to know what it looks like. That's another note, post note off the board and into the bin. Thank you for looking at this. Let's give it some time. If you can't print it out, you're gonna have the file anyway, so you can dick around with it as much as you want. For now, I will say bye bye. Bye bye. Hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next video, which I'll probably do tomorrow because it's dinner time today. So see ya. Bye bye. I've got Fallout to play. New Vegas, not 4, not yet.